What is the history of OTP for MFA? Have you ever wondered how one-time passwords became a key player in keeping your online account safe? Let's take a closer look at the fascinating journey of one-time passwords in multi-factor authentication. The story begins in the 1980s when the concept of one-time passwords emerged. Back then, security was a big concern, and static passwords were often too easy for hackers to crack. To combat this, physical devices known as hardware tokens or fobs were introduced. These devices generated unique passwords that could only be used once, significantly boosting security. This was an early form of what we now think of as passwordless authentication. As technology advanced, one-time passwords evolved into two main types: time-based one-time passwords and HMAC-based one-time passwords. Time-based one-time passwords generate codes that expire after a short period, while HMAC-based one-time passwords create codes based on a counter. Both methods combine something you know, like a password, with something you have, like the one-time password generator, making identity verification much stronger. Before the introduction of one-time passwords, most authentication relied solely on static passwords. This method was vulnerable, leading to a rise in hacking incidents. The use of one-time passwords in multi-factor authentication started gaining popularity in the 1990s and really took off in the 2000s, especially with the advent of smartphones. Mobile applications like Google Authenticator changed the game by generating one-time passwords directly on your device. This made multi-factor authentication more accessible and convenient for everyone. The concept of multi-factor authentication itself dates back to the 1960s and 1970s. For example, automated teller machines required both a card and a personal identification number. However, the formal use of one-time passwords as a second factor became a significant part of multi-factor authentication in the 1980s and continued to grow from there. Today, one-time passwords are commonly used in online banking, email services, and many other digital platforms. When you log in, after entering your password, you receive or generate a one-time password that you must enter to complete the login process. This extra step helps protect your accounts even if someone manages to steal or guess your password. In summary, one-time passwords began as physical token-generated codes in the 1980s and evolved into software-generated codes with the rise of smartphones. They have become a fundamental part of modern multi-factor authentication systems, enhancing digital security for everyone.